Well, I guess we're gonna give this a try, folks. I really went live on TikTok, but I don't know, for some reason TikTok TikTok cut me off. I guess I don't know. TikTok cut me off, so we over here now. Maybe people will show up. Maybe they won't. It don't matter because I'm gonna still go on with this lecture, and whoever's meant to see it will see it. Even if y'all watch it as a replay, you know what I'm saying? Because this was, my lectures be divinely guided. I don't be having no time set or none of that. It just be pure. So let's see. Let's give some people a chance. See, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. This ain't really like TikTok where you could just go live and people are here. You know what I'm. Yeah. So that's how we're gonna do this, people. I really don't go live on YouTube, but I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna see how we could do. We're gonna see if we can get some people up on here. I'll show you. Actually, I'm cool with anybody who we get up on here. you know. Okay, oh snap, we got 3. Look. That's cool. That's cool. Alright, y'all. So listen. Usually I go live. How y'all doing? Ultra Rising. Usually I go live on TikTok. But I went live on TikTok and I don't know. I got it. They cut the live off. And I don't know. But I was acting a fool on there, just being myself, funny and shit. So who knows what happened over there. So we over here on YouTube. I say, Ultra Rising. So, this is my first time doing the live over here. So let's just see. I could go live. I can go back live on TikTok in maybe 24 hours, they said. But in the meantime, in between time, we just gonna get started on here. Ultra Rising to everybody. Welcome to the sanctuary. Today's title is soul swap, right? And how to identify it and what to do, right, when you come across such an occurrence. Before we get started though, I just want to naturally get into the energy. And he said, hold on. I tried to catch you on TikTok and live never started, so glad I caught you. Look, I did actually start the live. I started the live on TikTok, but then it got blocked over there, so that's why we ended up over here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gonna just knock it over here then. We're gonna knock it out over here. Man, I'm just so thirsty, Alright, so usually I like to have the little picture in the background so that y'all can see my little picture and blase. But fortunately, that's not gonna be the case for today. So we just gonna roll. We got a few people in here. This is unexpected, divinely guided. So let's just get it. So before we just get all the way into it though, guys, I want to share an experience with you. So somebody, I guess it was like a younger fellow. He had said to me, he was like, yeah, y'all people who out here, sharing this esoteric and spirituals, what he said, y'all people who out there sharing spiritual stuff should be ashamed of yourselves for asking for money, for knowledge, right? And so, simply, I replied like this. Simply, I was like, well, and it deserved a reply because he probably didn't know. And so he probably got sent to me in order for me to activate another truth in him. Because when he said that, I was like, listen, nothing here is free. Nothing. Nothing here is free. Everything is contractual in agreement. Nothing is free. Right? So with that being said, he was like, free will free. And this is what I said. Free will, from my own perspective and my own illusion, free will is what you call illusion. You know, everything here is an illusion. Free will is an illusion. So why would free will be an exception? If everything here is an illusion, why would free will be an exception? So I'm gonna give you 2 reasons why I know personally that free will is an illusion and it's not what we think it is, right? For one, you get the illusion of free will, right? So for one, first thing first, everything is divinely guided. So everything is divinely guided. This means that it don't matter at the end of the day, there is a higher supernatural willpower that has set forth, right? And that has to say so, right? So that's why they say co-creating. We're here co-creating the experience, right? As a divine base grid programmer, but we're here co-creating. Okay, so cool. But so this means that free will is not, it's not like you got, so okay, let's say that you do choose, this is why I say it's an illusion. Let's say that you choose to make a choice and you make this choice and decision based on the illusion of free will, and you think that you making this choice was your actual choice, but in all reality everything is a part of a divine plan and is in divine order. So the choice you made is still a part of the divine plan and it's still divinely guided, because everything is divinely guided. Even if you don't understand, let's say it's a choice you made that is a negatively polarized choice. Let's say that this choice is, when I say negatively oriented, this means that it don't rack up a lot of positive charges because it was based in like an ego or based in like a bunch of negative charges of energy. I don't really like to do darker versus light or evil versus God. I don't really move like that. I move like energy and charges. So you have negative charges, which are thoughts that are charged with negative emotions, and then you have positive charges, which are thoughts that are charged with positive emotions. And so each thoughts can cling on to other thoughts to create a stronger thought, which just creates a bigger vibration, right? So free will is an illusion, and it's not what it doesn't mean you have a free choice to choose. That's not what it is, because there's no choice to choose nothing. Even if you try to go against your divine plan with your human self and you try to choose to make a decision to go the opposite route of which your higher self is guiding you to go, the only thing happens is you create blockages, you create challenges, you create delays, right? You slow yourself down in your growth and your path. You create stagnation. And this stagnation, these blockages, these challenges, these obstacles, these are all situations that you already agreed to create for yourself in order to give your soul the time and the process and the space that it needs to heal and advance itself further. So you see what I'm saying? That wasn't free will. That was some shit that was going to happen anyway because you already agreed. So that's what I'm saying. This right here you're looking at is the past. This is a memory. It's the past. It's already occurred, right? We live from the bottom looking up, right? So the bottom, right? And the bottom appears to be the top because the house is upside down. And so we look from the bottom looking up. And so look at the bottom as the past. You look at the bottom as the past, and you look, and every time you raise up a vibration or a consciousness level, you increase into what you call heaven states consciousness, which is more of the future existence, which is more just before, right? It has so many different possibilities, but none haven't manifested yet. So that's when I went to tell him that I told him, I said, nothing is free, not even free will. And when I told him that, he was like, wow, right? He was so shocked because he didn't have that access to the awareness that I had in the perspective, so he couldn't see. And so he came at me trying to shut me down, but then he realized like I wasn't the one to be shut down. I was here to activate you. And so even the decision you made to say what you said to me was all divinely guided. So I ain't mad at you. That's why I don't get mad at people, and I don't take it so seriously. I don't take this life personal at all. So if I say something that pissed you off, that triggered you, You know what I'm saying? Oh well, because if you say something that pisses me off and trigger me, oh who cares? Who cares? This means I just need to transmute that energy out, because that obviously you activated that energy in me and brought it to my awareness, and now I know that energy is in my energetic field, and now I need to transmute it. And so that's all a part of the game, right? So what they say, you teaching knowledge, y'all teaching knowledge, but y'all asking for money as far as cash out and things like that. For one, the law is give and receive. Right now, we don't give to receive, but we give and receive for balance purposes only. Also, as per the law of compensation, we're gonna always, anybody who is teaching and this is our soul's work for one. This is our soul's work. This is our mission. And as long as you're living in your authentic truth and your mission, you will always be supported. Always. Financially, emotionally, any way you need your support will be yours, as long as you're focused on your purpose and living in your truth. Because that's the way it's supposed to be. There's no other way it can be but that way. Right? Now, knowledge is power. Wisdom is wealth. Right? Now let's get into this thing. We tapping into it, y'all. Knowledge is power, wisdom is wealth. So first we learn and we get that knowledge. As we get that knowledge, we then transform that knowledge into wisdom. As we transform it into wisdom by applying the knowledge, what we know into the life, right? That's when that wisdom transforms into wealth. As we transform that wisdom into wealth, then now we are extra magnetized in the reality, and now you're basic, you're magic, right? So with that being said, there is a process. Process involves time. Time is not free. Time ain't free. Time ain't free. Time is one of the most valuable assets in your intuition, right? But especially time. Time is one of the most valuable assets that is in this reality. I don't know nothing more valuable than time. We all, that's all we are doing for is buying back time. We want to buy back time. Why are we buying time if time is free? Time ain't free. So even if you thought the knowledge that we as a community or people share was free, it ain't. Now, if that was the case, why couldn't he access the energy that he was coming to watch and get? Because he didn't put in the work. So it ain't free. The knowledge ain't free, y'all. I'm telling you, the knowledge ain't free. This be our soul work. This be our job. Some of us, we ain't working regular jobs because we don't fit there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of us cannot work regular jobs. And it's nothing against a regular job. I would work a regular job if I could. But I can't work a regular job. It does not work out for me. It just doesn't work. And I've tried and I've tried and I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. And at this point, it's becoming karmic. That idea, that concept is becoming karmic. I no longer am agreeing to that reality. I can't. I just have to accept that I've always been a natural entrepreneur. I've always been the way. My sister would tell you, she'll say, man, my sister will go outside and pick up grab because she don't know it's herbs. She don't know, like, I'm picking up herbs because sometimes your family be unconscious. So, like, I be finding fields of, like, mugwort and just fresh ass herbs and shit. And so I go out and I go herb shopping. I go in the woods, I go in trails and all these places, and I find chamomile. I find a lot. When I make my tea, it's a lot of that tea that I make, my Astral Travel Dream Tea that I create, that be natural herbs. Some that I grew on myself, but a lot that I just go find out in nature. So my sister will tell you in a second. She say, my sister can sell anything. She will go outside and pick up a pile of grass and give you 10 good ass reasons why you need to buy it and how it's going to make your life better. And I just laughed because it wasn't like she was making fun of me. She was actually just telling her truth, that she knew that I can, and that's just my identity. That's who I am. I'm a natural entrepreneur. So that's how I don't care. I'm creating shit to sell. And so you should too, you know what I'm saying? But that's more and more reason why when we do these lectures and we ask for balance, the law of give and receive and support. We not even asking y'all for a lot of money. We just be like, give what you got. If you got $1, $2, $3, whatever. But the whole point is, it ain't free. That wisdom that I be accessing, that I be sharing, I put in the work to get that. That's not free. I fasted 21 days, straight water, 5 days, no food, no water, multiple times. I dry fast, no food, no water. What are you talking about free? That's not free. I put in that work. I overcame my shadow self. I healed my freaking broken heart that I got from my parents as a child. Like, what are you talking about? I stopped doing drugs. I stopped smoking cigarettes. That shit wasn't free. It wasn't free. I stopped eating meat for like 8 months. Like, stop playing with me, y'all. You feel me? Somebody said, you mean a natural bum. Lordy, I don't even know why you on here. Let me go on and just block this person. Hold on, y'all. You know you be having the vampires on here trying to goddamn get your energy. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna block you. You could stay. You could stay. Because who cares? You don't even matter to me. Ashe, let's get it. We ain't even start yet. You ain't late. We ain't even start yet. I had to just share with the people why knowledge ain't free. You know what I'm saying? And you could try to call me above, but I got something that you want. You know, to the person that said you're a natural bum, I got something that you want. Why you ain't? I got something that you want. Because you wouldn't be here. Fucking idiot. You wouldn't be here if I didn't have something that you want. Now let's get it in. Y'all. This knowledge ain't free. The wisdom damn sure ain't free. And this life that we live in ain't free. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't free. And so it's hard to put a price on the lectures. That's why we ask for investments, right? Tips and stuff like that. Because this be our life purpose. And it's supposed to support us. And it is. Right? It is. So, $ divinemoira, right? And let's get into this lecture real quick. So, I'm glad I had to bring that in. Welcome, everybody. How you doing? You know, peace and blessings to you. Where everybody from in here? You know, we got 16 people in here. I never went live on YouTube this year. So this is a blessing. I can't believe this shit. I'm shocked. But let's go on and get started, y'all. Soul swap, right? Soul swap. This is very, very valuable information. And you will be able to use this information to advance yourself further on your spiritual evolution and in your path. There's like a situation that I'm thinking about. Like, I want to be funny. See, like, I'm a real funny person naturally, and so I'm just always joking around. I'm always playing around, and I just need to be my true self, right? So I'm asking that you guys allow me for the space to be my true self, because I'm goofy as hell, and that's how I like to be. You know what I'm saying? But there's like a voice I want to do right now, and I'm just gonna do it because I feel like doing it. You feel me? And I don't care what nobody else say. We gonna get more to the lecture. Just let me get it out. So it's like, when I was thinking about the title to this video, y'all, I was thinking about the title to the video, and I was like, it was like this voice. It was like, spot time. It was like, oh, I come to collect. Do you want to trade your soul with me? Bro, you gotta fucking have fun in life, man. If you ain't out here having fun in life, y'all, laughing. Look, I'm laughing so hard. I got tears in my eyes. Like, you got to have fun. Life, don't take life so serious. Like, who cares what anybody say? They listen. Who cares? Who cares? They wish they had your confidence, right? You. They wish they had your confidence. They wish they had your personality. They wish they had your life. But they can't. And that's what this soul swap is about. You know what I'm saying? Let's get up into this. I like that. The time for them depths to be collected from them ops, though. I gotta laugh at this bullshit sometimes too. Hey, you feel me? Like, you just, the shit is hilarious, bro. It's like, man, listen, the ops. Speaking of the ops, let me say, let something be known, y'all. Who? My man said that. Haven. Let me let something be known to my ops, and I know. I don't. We have to accept it that we got ops, y'all. We got ops because of who you are. Just creates that type of vibration, and it's okay. You know, life needs to be balanced, by the way. But to anybody who perceives themselves to be an op to me, because I don't have no ops. But if you play that role in my life or whatever, if you working for me in that way, cool. I'm gonna let you know right now. And if you book a session with me, if you book anything with me, and I get a sense, and I be seeing it, I be knowing, and there was one that came through, and I'm letting you know right now. I'm letting you know right now that you ain't getting your money back, and I'm hanging up on your ass right then and then. So come as your authentic self. Like how do the ops think they gonna hide behind a mirror? They think they gonna hide behind. That's the thing about the ops, y'all. They like 10 steps behind. They gonna always stay 10 steps behind. Why? Because they ain't got love. They ain't got pure, genuine love. That's why they always getting caught. Energy don't lie. Spirits don't lie. Consciousness don't lie. Attachments don't lie. You feel me? So I'm just had to put that out there. So please don't order nothing with me. If you know you were up, I'm telling you, you ain't getting your bread back, and I'm chopping your ass. I'm telling you. All right, now let's get it. I had to put that out there. Thank you, Haven. Thank you, Haven. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say your name wrong. Thank you, Jane. I appreciate that. So look, now let's go on and get in this thing, y'all. Soul swap. So there are a few forms of soul swap, right? We're gonna just hone in on like two, right? The two main ones. So there is a polarity to everything. So there is a positive, right, perspective of soul swap, but then there's also a negatively charged perspective of soul swap. So this is important. Absolutely. And I wish I had my picture to show y'all, but we're gonna just go ahead and go hard like this, okay, until I can start going back live on TikTok whenever they, stop playing around. Or whatever, because they suspended me. So I'll be back soon over there. But in the meantime, in between time, the first form of soul swap is the aspect of the self not being able to finish out its contract here in this reality, in this experience. What will that look like? That may look like somebody wanting to unalive themselves. That may look like somebody wanting to delete their entire self, right? Hold on, before we get started, we got 32 people in here. We got 8 likes, y'all. It's no reason why we shouldn't have 32 likes. You see what I'm saying? Everybody, if you in here, you ain't an op, hit the like button. If you in there, you is an op, hit the like button. Y'all already know how it go. You feel me? It's just simple, right? It's simple. Matter of fact, before we get started, like, that's what I'm gonna need. That's what I'm gonna need. Because people will use you. Yeah, people will just use you and just be trying to pull from your energy and your wisdom and shit. Because you a shortcut. You know what I'm saying? Like, we the shortcut. People like us, we the shortcut. And then that's not right, bro. That's not right. Oh, there we go. Let's get them likes up. Alright, y'all. So this about to be beautiful. You will be able to, I promise, you will be able to use this wisdom. You will be able to use the techniques to protect you. I'm gonna reveal to you what it is. I'm gonna reveal to you the experiences and how things be happening and popping off. I'm also gonna reveal to you why, like, the deeper cosmic aspect of it, as far as the timeline wars and things like that of the matter. You guys know I always speak on the fact that we're dealing with what you call timeline wars. Now, these timeline wars are branched in the perspectives of our egoic shadow selves not wanting to release itself or unattach itself from our existences. So these are parts of ourselves that you can call exile when you're talking about computer programming, engineering aspects. Exile just means that it's a program you can't kill, or it's a program that won't go away, and every time you try to annihilate it, it comes right back. It comes right back like an old programming, right? So that, that could be in a situation of whatever and whatnot. Damn, I forgot what I was talking about. But anyways, maybe it may come back, maybe it might not. Anybody, tell me what I was just going. Somebody, where I was just at. I was talking about the timeline wars, but I was also talking about. Oh, okay. So these versions and aspects of ourselves. Thank you to the air. These versions and aspects of ourselves. Some of ourselves. Now, it's not a good or bad thing. This is just something that we must be aware of, so that we have the power and authority. We acknowledge our power and our authority to direct consciousness and to collapse timelines and to declare frequencies, right? So with that being said, there are shadow egoic parts of ourselves who are branched in our subconscious mind, who dwell in what you call the realm of thought. So the realm of thought is like the fourth dimension, and that's like you can call it devil's playground, but it's just where all the imagination basically exists, like the form, like the beginning of it, like the beginning layers of the creative imagination exists there. So everything therein exists there. Period, right? So the first layers of the astral realms, or the astral bodies, because each body has layers. So you got your physical body. This physical body has 7 layers to it. You got your astral body. That astral body, and every body is a world, right? Everybody is a world. You get it? Everybody is a world, and everybody is a world. So each body has 7 worlds, at least 7 worlds connected to it, but then they have 2, which is higher vibrational, invisible, ethereal worlds that are surrounding or shielding or covering, hiding these spaces, right? So the astral body, there are like 7 layers to that, right? And so the fourth dimension is basically branched or sourced through the lower levels of the astral realm. Now, what you see right now, this is considered, from one perspective, this is considered a lower level spiritual observable astral realm. So this is an astral realm. Just to let you know, this realm right here that we're looking at right now, this is a astral realm. It's a spiritual physical astral realm. It's so dense that it's like 3D. It's so dense down here, right? So it actually just feels what you call real. But real don't really mean true, right? So you gotta understand the difference between the word real and the word true. True is truth, and that's everything. That's the all. You get it? Ow. God, right? And real is a redo of the owl, real. And so it's fake, right? It's just a copy of what's true, right? A copy of what's true. All right, so now let's dig in a little deeper, right? I had to get that out the way. Now let's dig in a little deeper. So these aspects of our egoic shadow selves that don't want to let us go. What's that song I'm thinking of that's on my mind? Before I let go, I can't let you go. Hey, 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 I can't let you go. Oh, yeah. Hey, 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 oh, hey, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, whoa, yeah. I can't let you go. So these aspects of ourselves, they can't let us go. I hear somebody over there talking about can't let you go. Oh, somebody out there jamming with me. I heard you. I heard you. You try to act like you wasn't jamming with me, but you was jamming with me. But so they can't let us go. Why can't they let us go? Because we got the power, y'all. I mean, we really got the power. We're a big deal. We're a big deal in this experience. We are a big deal, and don't let nobody tell you that you're not. We are a big deal here, people, and this will never be nothing else. Like, we will always be the big deal, and it's always gonna be that way. You are. You are very important. You are super important. You are so important. It's an honor, right? It's an honor to be able to connect with you right now in this moment. It's an honor to be able to communicate to you in this very present moment. It's an honor, and I value your presence. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to honor and value each other's presences. We supposed to, like, you really want to treat others how you treat yourself, and that really is the case. And once you do that truly, then now you're really investing in yourself. Now you're really investing in yourself. And yeah, that's just what I had to say about that. So these selves, these egoic selves of ours, there are different aspects of our shadow selves. And so it's timelines, right? It's timelines and it's realities and it's parallel earths that it has ruined, right? Their timelines, because you got positive oriented timelines, you got negative oriented timelines, and you got these different spaces, right? But they're kind of the same, right? Kind of like twin, like branched off or whatever. And so on a negatively oriented world, you know, a lot of, you know, darkness is going on there, right? On a positively oriented world, a lot of positivity, a lot of uplifting is going on there in that space. So these energies, these entities, these beings, this consciousness, it's some of this energy is dead too. When I say dead, it's unaware and unconscious, right? And so they use the timelines of the past to try to influence your present or your future existence. And it's basically the ego. The ego always wants you to be comfortable, right? Or the ego cells, it always wants you to be in a comfortable position. That's why soon you start to get uncomfortable, and the uncomfortable position, which brings growth, you start getting defensive, right? If people, you start getting triggered, you start getting defensive, things start happening because your ego, like, hold on, we need to protect you from going into this space. But really, that space is freedom, right? So according, like, freedom, like, to the ego, freedom is not, like, it's not it. Freedom is not free to the ego, because freedom, it takes the power away from the ego. Freedom trains your dragon, right? I call the ego the dragon. And so you train your dragon. You know how to train your dragon, you know? And so it takes practice to train your dragon. It really do. And once you learn how to train your dragon, you then have control of it. But you got to figure out its name first, right? You have to figure out its name first. And once you figure out its name, then it's yours. You have the power. Ha 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 ha, right? So here's the thing. Our ego shadowic selves and their negatively oriented realities have reached a point in their timeline where they're doomed, so to say, right? They're doomed. And so they've decided to basically, by way of using the fourth dimension with the realm of thought, the imagination, to basically teleport themselves back in the past in order to, let's say, balance their behaviors. Now, you can call this karma. You can call this karma, but, you know, I call it justice. You could call it karma, you could call it justice, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But if you are in a situation and your entire collective is being negatively oriented, there will come a time and space where you have to transition out of that space, and when you do, the consciousness, the universe, whatever you want to call it, it's going to teleport you to a space, a dark, a freaking wormhole. All right, it's gonna basically wormhole travel you back in the past of your imagination, so to back to that consciousness, so that you can heal that space. So that's what I'm telling y'all, that astral travel healing is very important, very important, because the energy, the consciousness knows, and it will ping you back there. So what happened was, they reached like a timeline in continuum on their reality, and this is not just on one timeline, this is on multiple timelines. And so their consciousness and level and state of being and interacting is disintegrating. And since it's disintegrating, this means that they're falling into nothingness, weakness, no power, no effect. And so in order for them to stay alive, the phantom, they've created what you call the phantom realities. The phantom realities are presently here with us right now. However, we visit them when we go to sleep, right? We visit them when we are in our theta brainwave, or we visit them when we are in deep states of zeta and deep states of sigma brainwave actions or frequencies. Okay, so time travel, right? And so they time right as their, it's like as their timeline is combusting, right? Combusting goes through a combustion, right, type of thing. You know, they ended up simultaneously back here. And so some of them are like in human bodies, right? And then some of them are in the astral plane, running the imagination reality, which is the fourth dimension, right? So these can appear. Now there are these, okay, so I want to give you a personification. So everything is just energy and in your imagination. We get these pictures and these images and stuff like that. This is just ways to help us to identify with the energy. That's just it. So we would say a Draco, right? An alpha draconian. Now, you know, if you wanted to see an alpha draconian, all you would have to do is get your brain to the alpha brainwave. Once you get the alpha brainwave, that's like the 0 point energy, dark energy. That's like hypnotism, right? When you alpha, it's like subconscious mind energy, right? So alpha draconians, they will be dwelling in that reality, or in that space in the imagination, or in the astral realms, so to say, right? I hope this is really, really making sense, y'all. Really, I do. Because I'm doing the best I can to try to get this, to try to intellectualize what I know is going on. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, like, it's all in your brain and your mind. Right now, this is beta brainwave, but I'm actually in gamma brainwave, because I live in gamma. Right, I'm always in gamma. That's why I see spirits, I see shit. I seen the alien yesterday. Look, I'm asleep. I swear to God, I'm asleep, minding my own business. I'm not messing with nobody or nothing. I'm asleep, and all I hear is my dog growl. You know what I'm saying? My dog, he was like, "Hurr," and then so, you know, I'm like, what the hell was that? I woke up like, what the heck was that? I look at the door. I swear to God, it was a short alien, nigga. Like, no lie. I looked at the joint like, and I just bust out laughing, and I was like, no, I don't want to soul swap with you. Like, I already knew what to say. No, I don't want to destiny swap with you. No, I don't want to soul swap with you. No, you can't use my body. No, you can't rent no aspects of me. No, you can't joyride me. No, I don't want to switch with. No, I don't give you permission to freaking, nor do I consent to your existence. I don't give you permission to infringe on my free will, to freaking project in my space. Like, you got the wrong one. You got the wrong one. I'm not that one. I'm laughing at your ass, because I'm not scared of none of this shit, because there's nothing to be afraid of. This is why I'm telling you. Some people, they say they want to see stuff, but when they see stuff, they gonna get scared. They some people was out here asking, please, I want to see. You don't want to see what I see, because you ain't, man. It takes a process. It's a process. This was it. I even had to overcome fear. At first, I used to see the stuff, and I used to be like scared as shit. Now, I be trying to get a good look, but I don't focus too hard because when I focus too hard, it disappears. So I look, but not like but not I pierce, but not too to the point where I'm actually looking with my physical eyes. It's like you gotta look, but don't see. Once you see it, it disappears. But if you look, then you could see. You know what I'm saying? Clearly. And so, is y'all getting this? Is y'all before we go any further? Before y'all go any further, do anybody have any questions? Do anybody have any questions? Any questions that's in alignment with what I'm saying? Do is y'all like, let me know, because I need some interaction. And say we got 23 people on here, that's a miracle. I'm so grateful. We got 14 likes, you know what I'm saying? We need to have, get us up to 17 likes. Like, there's no way in hell we shouldn't have 20 likes. I've been on here rapping. It been like 41 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Let me just see, because other than that, I'm talking to bots, because if ain't nobody responding, because I don't really get down with YouTube like that. Excuse me, y'all. You was looking. So maybe this shit froze or something. I don't know. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me, because I can't tell. Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, comment something in the comment, let me know. For real though. Before we go further, that's what I'm gonna need. To know. Damn, that sun beaming out here, bro. It's hot. It's hot. Damn, I was just getting to the actual spark of the fucking lecture, but I can't tell if y'all can hear me or not, so I don't know, you know what I'm saying, where to go with this thing. I ain't trying to be on here just talking to myself. That ain't it, and this ain't that. That ain't this, and this ain't that. So is it frozen? Alright, fuck it. I guess I just need to got down. Cause I can't even hear shit. She said, even though she haven't accessed her energy yet. Alright, so I want to say thank you to anybody that sent any cash outs. Appreciate that. You hear the sirens? Do you hear the sirens in the background? I guess we just gonna be chilling on here, man. I guess we just on chill. We out here. We on chill. We out here. You feel me? I got time today. I ain't in a rush. We could be on this bitch for 3 hours. I don't gotta do no uploading, so I don't care. But that's not normal. Yeah, that ain't normal. Like, what the hell? Let me just. Alright, so let's get back into this thing. I don't know what type of energy this is that I'm dealing with on this YouTube joint, but it's ridiculous. I guess YouTube just bring up people that ain't subscribed to your channel or some shit, and these people just come up watching. I don't know how the fuck YouTube got this shit going, but whatever. We gonna roll with it. So we're talking about when we say names of people and energies, these are all just figments of your imagination. None of these people look the way we think they look, and if they give us images in our imagination of what they want us to see them as, how do we know that they really look like that? You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, in order to protect yourself, the thought of just knowing that they're all personifications serves your highest purpose, right? Serves the highest purpose, because then you release from the detachment. Alright, so now a lot of y'all are probably going to sleep at night, probably not even knowing, what soul swap even really is. So back to breaking it down just a little further, right? The egoic cells is using the timelines. They had to, for one, they got basically their civilization combust, and they ended up getting pinged back here in the timeline. And so they want to get out. They want to get out. And you can call these people archons or whatever you want to give them the name. It don't matter. Names and identities and shit is pointless. But you can call them that. Excuse me. And so they can't really go further. So a lot of them are not in agreement to like having actual bodies. One, because they will have to go through a process of being birthed again, and Earth is not really birthing these lesser beings anymore. So here's the thing: the souls that are coming through Earth now, Earth is not accepting no more third dimensional souls. Like, her time of accepting these frequencies is over. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, there are past timelines that still are accepting these third density or third dimensional souls. Third density, I meant to say, because dimension is what this is right here, third dimension, but density, right? There's a difference between density and dimension. So she's not accepting any more third density, like lower vibrational entities that, like, she's accepting, because we're in the beginning of the fourth dimension right now in our imagination. Presently, that's where we are. We're in the early stages, because we have ascended to a higher space than we was, and it's like a spiral. And so we've spiraled up to a higher space now. But the space that we are in now, it's more spiritual. That's why you're seeing more spiritual things happen, especially when you go to sleep at night. It's especially, right? So now, the first level of soul swap involves a entity, a soul, a person, not being able to finish their soul contract because they're overwhelmed. And so what they do is their soul calls out to another, like a part B or a plan B. There are different plans, right? You got plan A, you got plan B. And so some of us have what you call subcontracts. And these subcontracts are like substitute teachers. Like when you come to when you go to a school, you got your main teacher or whatever. This is your actual teacher, but when that teacher is on vacation or she got something to do, whatever, you get different substitute teachers that take the place of that actual teacher. But this ain't your permanent teacher. This is your substitute teacher for that day. So there are what you call subcontracts, where they're there just in case the teacher, which is you, don't want to teach no more. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't feel like teaching that day. You got an emotional breakdown or something like that. So when this happens, you can call or conjure whatever this part of yourself or this other aspect who you have made a contract with, and you can tell them, like, listen, like, and this can happen unconsciously. It doesn't have to be consciously, but it also can be consciously. You can actually be like, listen, I can't take this life no more. I'm tired of it. I just want to go. I'm about to unalive and blase, blase, blase. And then let's say that that's the case. You decide, like, man, this whole day you've been depressed, whoop, whoop. You like, man, I can't take it. I'm so stressed out. I don't want this. I can't handle what I came here to do. And then you will get approached by an entity who you have a subcontract with, and that subcontract will take place. What happens is the soul swaps and the subcontracts happen at night when you're asleep. So what happens is you will lay down, and like normal, right? You were like, you know what? You'll probably get guided to, let me just take a nap. You probably start feeling sleepy, alpha, right? Alpha. And so then you just lay down to take a nap. Once you lay down to take a nap, you'll be like, okay, you're entering to the astral realms, and in the astral realms, which are the realm of thought and the fourth dimension, right? And so other densities can exist in the fourth dimension. So just like a lot of densities can exist in the third dimension, it's the same way. So there are higher density beings that dwell in the fourth dimension who can't get any further because they don't have a heart. They don't have a heart, and they don't have access to a heart, and so that's why they can't feel. And there's no way you're going to get to the top levels of the dimensions if you can't feel, because love is an energy that has to be felt and mastered by every creation here, by every creator here. Just like hate is another emotion and an energy that we all master. Here's the thing, we're here to master the dark arts. All these emotions and things like that, dark just means dense, heavy, but it also just means invisible, something you can't see. You know what I'm saying? Now there is danger, right? The word danger means danger, but you're always safe, right? You're always safe. Can anything really even hurt you? You feel what I'm saying? So that's the first level of soul swap. A soul not being able to handle their experience, and so they call out for help. And so higher density being comes in that they've had a subcontract with and soul swaps with them while they're asleep. What happens is the soul that dwells, the spark of it dwells as a crystal within the pineal gland, right? It's an actual crystal. The pineal gland is like a crystal. And I realized that that's why a lot of them higher density beings and them higher entities, they be having a diamond or a crystal or something right here in the middle of their head. If you look at like science, there are so many crystals. We are a big ass crystal. You feel what I'm saying? So even when you look at it, it just makes sense. To me, it just makes sense. So what happens is the spark that is like inside, think of moldavite or something, and you put the little moldavite, it looks kind of like green like that crystal, like the spark that's within inside, like the pineal gland, the crystal, the soul, the spark of the soul, it dwells there. Now without that spark, this body cannot exist. This body, that's the spark that animates this body. So this body is an animation, and right now there is a divine spark animating it like a puppet right now. And what's happening is, as the body is being animated by its own divine spark, and supernatural willpower brings it to life, because where there's a will, there is a way. And so that's how magic works, right? So that's the first level, right? So that's more of the positive polarity. I can't take it, I'm calling on help, help comes, right? So what happens is the spark of the soul, what happens is it basically projects itself astrally out. So while the person is laying in the bed, the actual spark projects itself, because the imagination, that's all 4D, that's all fourth dimension, that's all, you know, astral dream, you know, astral dream. And so a lot of soul contracts get created here, right? And there are ways to stop this from happening, but we're gonna go continue on. So once the soul basically splits itself, but it basically projects itself as the astral body. It projects itself as the astral body. What happens is the entity that the soul has the subcontract with, that entity then enters the body. Right. Enters the body. Now, sometimes it doesn't. It's called a walk-in, right? Once this happens, this soul enters the body as a soul walk-in. So soul walk-ins are representations of subplanes, but also subcontracts. Okay, like that substitute teacher. Those were soul walk-ins. Are your substitute teachers? All right. So also, you can basically, the substitute teacher, right, the subcontractor, sometimes can just attach to the body too and help you that way. So meaning they enter the body as like a soul walk-in, but they don't enter all the way into the body. They enter into the body of the astral body, which is still spiritual. So, but they're still in the auric field, or they're still in the magnetic field of the being. Okay? All right. So, with that being said, it's like that's the first form. So then there's another form of soul swap. Now this is based on trickery, deception, and you know, they call it joyriding. So what happens is, oh, let me finish. So while the soul contract, while that, soul walk in now helps the actual person to get their power back, to get their joy back, right? Because really it's about joy, to get their joy back, so that they can believe in themselves again, so that they can want to be alive, so that they can want to do what they came here to do, so that they can finish their mission and live to their highest potential, right? That's what the soul walking helps them do. It encourages them, you know what I'm saying? It lends them their power for the mean being. So when this happens, the higher density being is lending, you're soul swapping, right? And then this human body is borrowing the power of the higher density in order to have strength. So by the time what happens is, by the time they wake up in the morning, they feel different. It's not them. That's because that's not them anymore. That's them, but that ain't them. And so they wake up and they like, damn, all of a sudden I don't even feel like I want to do that anymore. You know what? Let me start being more creative. Their talents. They might even be new talents now that they do. Damn. They might just notice that. They might start just pick up a piece of paper and start drawing and be like, damn, I didn't know I could draw. And so now they're drawing. Right? So really, they did soul swap, right? So that's a positive. And what happens once the original person who owned the body, once that original soul gets its power back, gets enough of its joy back, then the higher density being steps away, or it unattaches itself from the body, and it goes on to wherever it needs to go. All right, so we got that part out there. Now let's get this next part. So now that's a positive polarity. Now the negative polarity is this: you have our old egoic cells who dwell in the alpha brainwave, or perspectives called alpha draconian, right? And so they dream walk, right? They got a lot of abilities, these aspects of ourselves, right? And it's no separation. So that's why I have forgiveness and compassion and grace for all of this shit. Because when you get to the level I'm at, you learn not to shun your shadow. You learn to accept your shadow with grace and compassion. You also learn that the more bright you get, the more shadow you gonna cast. The more soul you basically grow, the more shadow you gonna create. These are your haters, these are your narcissists, these are all of them, the vampires. This is all of that. They don't want to feed on low vibrational entity because low vibrational consciousness is not tasteful. It's not tasteful and it's not delightful. I need something soulful. Ha ha ha. Right? So I need soul food. Ooh. Ooh. 25. Ooh. 23. I need soul food. Because they like soul food. That's why. That's why. They like soul food. Damn. That was crazy right there. That was real crazy. I need to. Hey, where my man Q at, man? My man, I need to stand ovation for that one, man. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. But alright, so we finished that part, right? So now the negative part is that there are astral beings or astral light beings. Now, these are people who have had a physical body before, okay? Listen. These are people who have had a physical body before. They had a physical body and then they transition without doing their healing, so their energy is stuck or stagnant, so to say. And so the essence of them, it's not aware of itself. And so since it's not aware of itself, it can't travel and go, and it knows, right? You already naturally know. But it's like dormant. It's like the soul forgets. And so it's just forgetfulness, right? It's forgetfulness. So you just like, they know, but they forgot, right? But there are entities who do know. Who do know. Alright, now let's say that you having a good time, you having a good life, your energy good, your vibration good, you get money, you having, like, earth is like, you living a dream, right? It's the dream life, right? Welcome to the good life, and another go crazy, and I'm on my mind, and you only want to do it, hey, well, I'm good. Welcome to the good life, right? You living a good life. And you know, you may come across, bright, so bright. So in the astral realm, and your astral light and your astral body is shining so bright, this is attractive. This is not only attractive, this is magnetic to a lot of shadow thoughts or a lot of energies who they don't have no energy. They don't have no power, right? And no light. And so that's what makes them shadow, the fact they don't have light. Or the fact that they don't want to merge with light. So these thoughts, these can be individuals who used to have a body, who passed away, now they're on the astral realm doing their astral healing. But they just still there. So when you go to sleep at night, you don't protect yourself, or you don't set no intentions and things like that. You just lay down, you just jump in the astral head first, boom. You got light, you got soul and all this, and you just diving in the pool, diving in the subconscious mind with no protection, no prayer, no nothing around you. That's your decision if that's what you out here doing, but hell no. You won't find me doing no shit like that. Like, you won't find me doing no shit like that. I can't, you're vulnerable. That in your slumber. When you're in your slumber, you're your most vulnerable state. That's why some entities, they wait till you try to go to sleep. Some people, they know they ain't got no fucking power, and all they can do is try to attack you when you go to sleep. You feel me? So you got to make sure you're protecting yourself at all times, especially when you go to sleep, because when you go to sleep, this conscious mind, it's not the conscious mind no more. So the guards is down. It's the unconscious mind now. It's the unconscious mind now. And so people's bullshit, negative thoughts, evil eye, jealousy, envy, all of that shit, that energy still exists because you can't destroy it. And until somebody transmutes it and transform it, that shit exists on the mental plane, but also in the astral plane as forms. In the mental plane, it exists that spiritual energy, right? Because that's a part of air and thought. But in the freaking astral plane, it's existing as projections, actual images. Actual images. Stuff you can actually see, right? So, now, some of these people who die, they on the astral realm, and so they want to joyride. Here's soul swap. So they'll come to you while you're asleep. You could be somewhere in the astrals doing whatever you do. There may be somebody come up to you, a random person, right? Not know, and it could be these random people could be mind manipulations from your alpha brainwave, egoic shadow state, right? And that's perfect way to put it. So they could be projections of that because they're master mind manipulators, and that's how they move. Listen, there could be 100 people right here where I am right now, and there could be 2 alpha draconians. We as a human, right, are gonna see 102 people, but the only reason why we're seeing 102 people is because them 2 alphas is sub controlling, remote influencing all the collective to think such a way, to think that we're seeing 102 humans, but we only really seeing 100 humans. There was this one draconian, and I was communicating with this draconian in Atlanta jail. Yes, in the jail, underneath of the jail, I used to meditate. And there was this freaking lizard. It's like this tall ass lizard being. It had a tail, it had 2 legs to walk on, and it loved to meditate underneath like a light. Like, you know, like real fucking lizards, when you put them in a cage and shit, and you put the light and they be up sitting on the rock and shit. I swear to God, it was just like that. And so it used to tell me that there were lights that they had inside the ground and underneath that they needed, and they would sit under that light to get generated and get power or whatever they needed. But it will also tell me how it will influence a lot of the fights in the jail. I swear to God, it would tell me how it influenced, because I would ask you questions. I'll never forget. I wasn't scared because I wanted to know. This was when I went back to jail as a conscious, because I had to go back. They let me out, and I ended up going back some years. Once I had already came back home, I ended up going back down there for like 90 days or some shit, but I ended up doing just 30 days. So within that 30 days, you know, there was this alpha, and it was meditating, like an actual, like meditating, sitting in Indian style. And it would remote influence and control them little ladies in there, and they would be fighting and shit. Me, I never left out my cell. I had like witchcraft, nigga. I was around there. I had shit drawn up on the walls to protect my energy from all them. That shit was, it was like the fucking negative energy playground, and spirits was everywhere in there. And so I had to like have salt protection borders and shapes and all type of shit. I never left out of my dorm. Like, I never left out of my cell only to like take a shower. But when it came to take a shower, I really didn't mingle with all the people because like my energy, you know what I'm saying? I had to protect my space and my energy. So I was doing a lot of meditating. And this entity would create fights and shit from underneath of the jail. From underneath of the jail. Just influencing. It gave me an image one time where it was on a bus, a metro bus, right? And so you got to understand that it's so much going on, more than you could ever know, more than you could ever imagine. You just gotta tap into it. You gotta overcome fear. You gotta overcome fear, because fear is not real. like, fear doesn't exist. And in order for you to start tapping more into your psychic abilities and shit like that, you gotta overcome fear. So, and then, like, cause some people, they would have said, oh, I'm scared, that's a Draco. Man, it really didn't want, it actually wanted to, like, it really didn't, it just was happy to communicate. It really didn't, maybe if I was down there, it would have ate me, right? Maybe, I don't know. But it didn't give me the energy of, that's when I found out, like, okay, now all of them are as fucked up as we imagine them to be, you know, but the majority of them is, don't get it twisted, right? But how would you know unless you ever encountered one? The one I encountered, it was starting bullshit because it needed to feed on the negative emotions, but it wasn't fucking with me. It wasn't fucking with me. It was only fucking with the people who mind it can influence. So you see what I'm saying? It was only messing with them. So anyways, it gave me this image one time, this kind of like a story, where it was on the metro bus and it had a hat on like a human being, but it didn't have a human suit on or nothing. It was influencing all the other humans on the bus to make the humans was thinking that it said to me the humans are seeing me as a human right now. Why? Because it said because their consciousness is too low. That's what it said. Because their consciousness is too low. And so it was able to control their minds and make them think that they're seeing a human. But it wasn't no human and it wasn't no technology. It was just the fact that Draco had higher consciousness and more concentration and more focus and more power than them lower vibrational entities that was around. When I say lower vibrational entities, they were just unconscious. They were just unconscious. So now I said that to let you know that, you know, it's a lot going on, right? So now maybe I came across one that wasn't that harsh, right? Or, you know, maybe I came across the loner, because everybody got an outcast, right? Everybody got an outcast. So now sometimes these energies, they want to use bodies. They don't care. They just want to do normal human shit, but they ain't human, and they know they can't come to the surface because they don't got permission to. They don't got permission to. So when they do come up to the surface, they come up, they got regular jobs, they looking like regular people. And some people could see them. Like me. Like me, right? Alright, so sometimes they will project like an image in your, you can be, because they dream walk. They dream walk too, because they're master meditators. Master meditators. Now, sometimes you can soul swap on accident based on how light you are, how delightful you appear, your life appear to be. Yes, by these alphas, we'll call them. Right now, I don't know if there are other species that are doing this. All I know is the species that I've experienced this situation with. So they want to just manipulate bodies from underground. They can still feel and experience life that way. So how does this happen? Soul swap. What happens is, if you got all this light, you know, you got all this life force, this energy, you're bright as hell in the astral realm. Even your astral body is radiant. You're bright as fuck. And so if you don't set no boundaries, protection, none of that stuff like that, then you just out here shining. Just when it ain't nothing wrong with that, ain't nothing wrong with that. But, you know, you should always protect yourself in your vibration. So what happens after that is, oh, what the fuck happened to my other live? Oh my God. See, that's why I'm be fucking with this YouTube shit. Is I'm still live? Am I still live? For those, damn, bro. I think I just What happened to my life, bro? Damn, y'all. I think the live is frozen. Oh my god. It's not frozen on my behalf. Like, but it's saying 5 minutes. And I know I've been up in more than 5 minutes. I know it. Alright, so anyways, what they do is they make soul swaps with you by creating contracts with you. So you'll be asleep, you minding your business in the astral realm, flying, teaching, going to do whatever you do. Next thing you know, a little boy or a little girl or anybody just walk up to you looking like a human. But remember, they not really human. And they walk up to you looking like human, and they might even look like your mama, right? It could even be your daddy, but this ain't really your daddy. That ain't your daddy energy. And so they come up there, you know, they'll ask you for something. Would you like food or drugs or drink or poison? You know what I'm saying? Poison. And you like,
Why you popped up this?
Cause I'm in a cut. Minding my business. I'm still live. I don't, let me see, go on, see what is I'm live right now? Yeah, cause I don't think this shit working. Cause it's saying 6 minutes now. But I've been on this bitch for like an hour and 15 minutes. Hold on. Let me just finish this before I start driving. Let me just finish this. Cause I'm almost done. But yeah, go to my let me see. Go to my YouTube and see if I'm on live right now. But you gonna go to it from your side. Everything was cool? Your eyes is fucking beautiful. Damn. You got it? Let me see.
It's loading.
So, it's still loading? Yeah, so I don't think the live is working. And nobody's really messaging. If they is, it ain't coming through. It's weird. Like, it's so fucking weird. And I was almost done. Did I just waste my time?
No, I say live.
Oh. Oh, alright, bet. Okay, bet. So I'm gonna still keep going then real quick. Alright, so give me a second, okay? A few minutes. So next thing you know, y'all, the person, like let's say you sleep or whatever, let's say an entity desires your life, your light. And so they want to be you. They want to experience life as you, they want to be you. So what happens is what they will do, only two souls, sometimes it goes by vibrational and consciousness, but sometimes it's not, because dream walkers, they don't need to be your vibration to enter your dream. They just need to know how to enter your dream. Like, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, yeah, it's a vibrational and frequency and energy and all of that, but some of this stuff, when it comes to your mind, none of that shit really matters. Because everything is just like the same. So what happens is they might come to you in your dream and they might ask you if you want something to drink, if you want food, or if you want drugs or something like that. Anything. Like, if anybody asks you to do, or do you want anything in your dream, always say no, bro. Always. I always say, I don't care who it is. If it's the love of your life, it don't matter. If it's your mother, if it's your sister, because this ain't really these people, right? Now, sometimes these are our ancestors who are on the astral realm. Now let's go to the third form. Sometimes these are ancestors that live on the astral realm. And so what they do is they want a body. And so what they will do is ask you to basically share parts of yours. right? So it might be an eyeball, it might be a butt cheek, it might be anything like that. But they might even just want to share your chest, just so that they can feel like you breathe, right? So sometimes these are ghosts, meaning these are people who used to have bodies, who don't have bodies no more, who are lost in their own imagination on the astral plane, in the astral realm, in their astral world or their astral body. And so they'll come to you and ask you, can they joyride your body? Right? They were like, well, you know, hey, how you want some of this? But they won't just be like, can I joyride your body? They gonna just come through like, hey, I got some new space drugs, or you know how the dream world is crazy. They might ask you any fucking thing. Oh, you want to drive, you know, this new flying car, or I got, you know, sometimes it might be food. You want to taste this, you want to drink this. And so you walking, or you floating, or you somewhere in the astral realm, you like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me try that. So you try some. Next thing you know, it go black. You wake up in the morning. It's an energy. You could just sense it, but you can't really see it. But it's a spiritual attachment. And now, you done soul swap with them. They got your body, joyriding your body. Now, it ain't permanent. But they just joyriding your body for a certain amount of time. While your actual spark is on the astral realm, unconscious and delirious. Like still unconscious, sleep. You feel what I'm saying? So, and while these folks done got your body, it's basically they got your body, they got your destiny now. And they ain't even do their work. You done just gave up your entire whole body, or you just gave up aspects of your body. Like, this body is way bigger than it appears to be, and it's way bigger than it look. So it's a lot going on. So how do you identify if somebody or anybody, how do you identify this situation? You got to start learning how to read energy and your energy. You need to know what your energy look like and feel like at all times. You need to know what you feel like in distress. You need to know what you feel like when you're excited. You need to know how often you get you feel like you want to interact in like sexual stuff like that. You need to know yourself. You need to know yourself. Upon knowing yourself, you need to set intentions. Before you go to sleep, you need to pray. Now, I'm saying you need to, because this is what I know needs to happen, but you ain't got to do it. I'm just saying for those that's asking. So, you need to say shit like this. Before you lay down, you need to be like, listen, to my soul, to my spirits, my energies, my collective, my consciousness. I said no to any unrighteous agreements. I'm saying no to any soul swaps. No to any destiny swaps. No to any light swaps. No to any of this shit. You can't attach on to me. You can't manipulate me. You can't influence me. Man, no way, shape, or no. And then you need to tell your spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever that you work with, to give them permission to manifest themselves into people, places, and things in order to solidify, you know, the intentions of your prayers, in order to make sure that, you know, you are, you know what I'm saying, safe and secure from situations like this and people like this. Because it could even be on accident. That's what I'm telling you. You this could even happen on accident, where you can have somebody watching you could envy your light, right? And just you being you, full of light, full of life, they unconsciously sending their energies out already. And then you go to sleep, they manifesting themselves in some wild shit. And then you gotta understand that some of these people is controlled by all these different entities and energies. Yep. For real. Attached. And I think that might be the thing. Just making sure that you pray before you go to sleep. And the prayer is like just saying no, like nah. And giving permission, putting your teams and your thought forms that you created, you know, there to like protect you in that reality, in that space. That way none of these timelines can manifest. And then once you wake up, in order to see to it, to make sure, as soon as you wake up, you rise up, you know, that's why you got to know your space, so you can know which energy is yours. Because if you don't know yourself, then you would never even know the difference of you making a soul swap, and you can be going, this person living your entire life while you stuck on an astral plane somewhere for who knows how long, maybe eternity. And yeah, that's just the aspect. But if that's the aspect that the soul is solely sourced in, then that's a valuable existence. That's just like right now, the soul is solely sourced here. That's why it's real like this. That's why, you feel what I'm saying? So, protect your energy, protect your space. And yeah, we up out of here on this video. I just wanted to explain to y'all that, your imagination is everything. And protecting your imagination is even more everything. Keeping yourself safe, keeping your space protected, shielded, mentally, spiritually. Get on your psychic fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to be different out here. Go to some of these psychic classes and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to go to stuff like that. Don't think it's stupid, it's stupid. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. If you really knew, if you knew what I knew, and I don't even be sharing the stuff I really know. I just be sharing the stuff that I'm supposed to, that I was guided to share. But it's so much stuff that I can't even really talk online, that it got to be in-person stuff, because some of that stuff, it can't be talked about all out in the open like that, because you got to protect the wisdom. That's the thing. Some people can't access a lot of the wisdom that I can access to, because they ain't got the energy, and I'm damn sure ain't about to give them ideas. Fuck I look like a fool. Oh, babe, somebody was on here talking about a natural bum. I ignored their ass for like 30 whole minutes. And I ain't even block them, because they kept commenting. Great.
Thanks for the comment, bro.
Yeah, honestly, I responded with grace and compassion and wisdom, just like I do. Alright, so, yeah, I'm out of here though, y'all. Man. Peace. I tried to go live. I gave it a little try because TikTok suspended me. So when TikTok bring me back, I'm back over there. But in the meantime, I'm going to just be practicing over here. I don't like over here, though. It was just my comments stopped. It was just crazy. I had comments coming in, and then all of a sudden they stopped. I don't know what the hell was going on. I got 25 people and 23 likes, though. So, that's balanced enough for me. But we're going to tap more into this a little bit more, But yeah, that's all I'm going to give for now. Peace.